The commission is called to order. Thank you all for coming back from the 1 hour break. Council, are we ready to continue?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we are ready to proceed.
Please proceed accordingly. Thank you.
Welcome back, Mr. Gassama. I hope that you have had a very good lunch.
Thank you very much. I had a nice mbahal, indeed.
Yes, thank you. So before the break, the chairman asked a question. Yeah. It centered mainly on the activities that were done while you were in Senegal. Yeah. But I asked the chairman to, I wouldn't want to take his question from him. Let the chairman ask his question and we proceed.
No, I give you the honor, please, my counsel. You proceed.
All right, then we would proceed as we had in the expectation that whilst we progress, you would answer the question, the meetings with the Senegalese authorities.
Yeah, at first, I think Lady Chilel to join the see President Youth, which was a bit odd because we thought this was going to be a discussion regarding issues concerning the Gambia. It's still normal for the First Lady to go, and then the First Lady, other Senegalese First Lady wants to meet her. But anyway, we all went together. On arrival, the rest of the delegations were sitting downstairs. Sadara was invited and with Lady Chilel to the kind of upper sitting room where they met President Diouf and Madame Diouf. And then about half an hour later, he came down. So we went back to the residence. So what happened? Nothing. No discussion as far as it was like a courtesy call, so to speak.
But how do you know there was no discussion about
this
the
is what I said. When we learned that when we get back to the residence, we'll brief everybody what happened at the State House. Is what Sadara reported. He wouldn't allow to be on one-to-one with him. It seems like he is sticking to that condition. To me, that maybe he's construed as if he's discussing anything in the Gambia, he's trying to get back to the Gambia. But that was the conditionality given for us going down there in Senegal. So he wouldn't discuss whatsoever any issue regarding Gambia. While we were downstairs, though, I think Kaba Bajo had a conversation with, by this time he was still there, hasn't left. And then I think General One wanted to know the type of personality Yajame was. I think he did explain to them briefly about his link with the MFDC movement in Casamas and his other activities he got involved in while he was a Zandam officer. So Kaba kind of briefed General One. So that was it.
What position did General One hold at the time?
I think he was the ADC. Yeah, he was the ADC to...
ADC, the rank of general?
Yes, I think it was. Later on he became general. I'm not sure, I can't remember his exact rank at the time. Yeah, of course, it's somebody I'm familiar with, I should remember. But then, yeah.
Traditionally, what rank would an ADC be?
Not higher than a captain. Not higher than a captain. But that is the British system. But I'm not sure about the French system. It could be.
Apart from Abdou Diouf and General One, were discussions held with any Senegalese officials?
Mostly with Mustafa Niasse, Mason, to see some positive action in terms of restoring legality. And then, of course, the people in charge of the household, Colonel Taban and then Colonel Cisse, they always used to intimate to us, something will come up, something will come up. It was just, hanging onto a faint hope. position will change somehow.
How about the other officials, Senegalese officials who were present in the premises? What was their attitude towards the Jawara entourage?
We had almost the same team that were posted, because they told us during the Confederation, they were here, they serve in the country, and they are at least well-versed in English. So they were manning all the phones downstairs. So Sadara could not get any access to the outside world to explain. The daughters saw it, and then they went really mad at them.
Which daughter was that?
I can't remember exactly one of them. So,
daughter of who?
Sadauda's daughters, saw them, really listening to the phone, or, while the phone call was they tried to put a phone call through. And then she kind of challenged them, and they said, well, the Nyuko Santa, so they can't do anything otherwise, they're just following orders.
What would you say about the treatment? Was it presidential? Was it cordial? Was it?
It was very tense. We were there for about 5 weeks. I wouldn't say, it was very, very tense, because he was eager, and the outside world were eager to hear from him an explanation. So during the process, we had it took a while before the British Dakar, and then Herman Cohen, who was the former Undersecretary of State for Africa, he also came.
For which government?
No, for U.S. From the U.S. He also came in, and then all of them tried to broker some kind of a deal with Abdou Diouf, so they can have a movement of his position, that of helping to restore legality. And then the one which was very obvious, what they wanted was, that was Baba Kingibe of Nigeria, the foreign minister. He also came with the sole purpose, in his own terms, and as he put it, to restore, the mistake. At the time I couldn't know exactly, what would have involved. Like I said, one of my theories, which I hope at some point, if and when you get past Alajan here, you'll be able to elaborate on that. But he said he wants to rectify a mistake that happened in the Gambia, but that Abacha felt responsible somehow for the coup.
And who was Kingibe?
Kingibe was the foreign minister of Nigeria at the time.
At the time.
Yes. But then to our understanding, Senegal said they will not, Nigerian troops will not use their airspace or land space, to land route to come to the Gambia, which was the kind of permission they were seeking.
But of course, you don't necessarily have to use Senegalese airspace. We have at least 24 miles.
It became an option. And then, but Abacha wanted to kill two birds with one stone. He was on him. But he wants to tie whatever he's done for the British to lift that either sanctions or to endorse him. Because that's what we understand was the stumbling block for the sea route thing. Because he changed somehow. He wanted to tie his help so that these people endorse him, so he can be looked as the good guy. But the British will not talk to him, nor will the Americans.
All this thing was happening while you were in Dakar?
In Dakar, yes.
And what was the situation with regards to Sadauda? Did he have freedom of movement while he was in Dakar?
I don't think he had any desire to go. And the only place he went to was to my auntie, who was cooking for us. That was towards the end, just to thank her. So she was the one cooking for us every day. So we see him and Lady Chilel went in person to visit her, and then just to thank her for all the service she rendered to us while we are staying in Dakar. But he didn't have any stomach to go anywhere. I don't think they would have stopped him going in. He was more interested in communicating, and that was denied him.
You mean communication with the outside?
I think it was the 22nd of August. I think we're, 22nd of August. That's when we first went to England. Yeah. They provided us Senegalese passports and then gave us some impress, which we didn't use. You know, we only used the passport as soon as we arrived, so that we send all the money and then the documents back to Colonel Taban. Yeah.
And the money as well?
And the money as well, yeah.
While in England, did Sir Dawda make any demarches to other governments for assistance?
Yes, now he has the freedom, of course. So then the sub-regional leaders wanted to hear from him. The Rawlings of Ghana, he was the first to invite us and then, to explain the situation, what happened in the Gambia.
Did you attend that meeting?
Yes, I was there at that meeting, and then during the meeting, President Rawlings, in his condemnation of all coups, whatever, I remember he particularly cited he was saying that Africa had fought for the freedom of Nelson Mandela. He thought that would have been the drawing line, that Africa should have moved forward by now, but we're still mired in this coup. That made the President Rawlings very defensive. As we say, chief, you can hit the table, So he told me, I understand him, that's what he does all the time anyway. He hits the table, so chief, what happened in Ghana is different from the Gambia. We all accept that. In other words, trying to rationalize why he had a coup